Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
You better believe we do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Come on. Everyone's best Friday night show, unless you're daft. It's Late Night Leeds. How are you doing, everybody?
Good.
Right.
Good, great, brilliant. Late Night Leeds after a win last week. Looking forward to a brilliant game tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, before we get into it, Adam, you had a good week?
Yeah, it's all good, mate. Thanks. Yeah, yourself?
Brilliant, mate. Like I say, 3 points. Set us up nicely for a hard week at work, I won't lie, but it's been good. And tomorrow, I've got Suns football, Leeds United, and Simply Bloody Red. That's not a bad Saturday, that, boys. That is not a bad
I
Saturday.
like how you said, like you say. I didn't say anything. I said, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Like you say. Well, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. BossNass, how are you doing, fella?
Steady away, mate. Just a steady away week. Nothing too exciting. Nothing went terribly wrong. So take them.
That's what we can ask.
A lukewarm week. We'll take that, mate.
Yeah,
ready for a red hot tomorrow, mate. That's what we are ready
it.
for.
That's all we need.
A red hot. By 5 o'clock, we'll all be absolutely buzzing, I am sure. But there's only one place to start, really, and that's at the Molineux last week, lads. Boom, 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 boom. Love those little jingles. Love yous. Yes, Molineux, 3-1 win for Leeds. Absolutely brilliant performance, I thought. Adam, you start us off, mate. Were you happy with the lineup? Were you happy with how we started? How are your feelings, mate, on the Molineux win?
Seems like ages ago now, doesn't it?
It always doesn't. Late Night Leeds. It's always like
No,
a week
this
ago.
one, for some reason, seems like a long time ago. I've even watched it a few times on repeat as well because we won. But yeah, line up fine, as expected, wasn't it? Didn't expect anything different, did we? We hoped for different or didn't or whatever. But yeah, it was a really good win. Do you know, Wolves, their goal was actually really nice. There was some lovely movement in it and a lovely pass. Because you don't really appreciate it. When I watch Leeds United, when I watch boxing as well, I watch my favourite boxer and don't really watch, like you watch one thing, you don't watch both parts of it. And that's how I watch Leeds United. And it takes a lot for something to stand out when watching it. But watching that goal, it was a lovely goal.
Because as a Leeds fan, Adam, all people have done is pick fault. Oh, well, Stroud went too far over and Longstaff didn't. But actually, just appreciate the goal. But a really well-worked goal, pal. You're right.
Yeah, it was. It was a really well-worked goal. There was a lot of movement. There was a lot of moving parts in it. And a lovely ball through as well. Like, inch-perfect ball. Power onto it. Good finish. It was fine. And I think we all probably feared the worst then, being Leeds fans.
Yep.
We're all going, I'll take a 3-0 now. That's fine. As long as it doesn't go 4-5. That wasn't that bad. But as I said before the goal, I think in the group, we're pressing. We're really aggressive off the ball. And it's not that it's not a high press necessarily, but we do a mid block. And if you get, as soon as you approach that mid block, we spring upon you. We're all over you. And Stroud's the one you can watch. You can tell a lot from what we're trying to do off the ball. When he starts following his man, he's really, really, really aggressive following his man. And actually that probably cost him the goal. But actually, I didn't mind it because, I did mind it, obviously, but I knew what we were trying to do. And I think that's what told in the end. I think we were a bit more aggressive than them, certainly off the ball. And the tactics was spot on, mid-block, spring on them, and some really good goals, really good finishes, and a really good win. And a win we needed, I think, as well. I think that's really important.
Yeah, no, big time, mate. I've seen it's been a bit of a split, really. A lot of fans getting really excited with, scoring from open play, 3 goals, a decent performance. I've seen a few negatives, as there always is. It's more from outside the fan base, really. It's Wolves, the winless. It's the easiest away game and all that. You've still got to go beat them. And, even at 1-0 down, Adam, I thought that goal was against run of play, to be fair. And don't get me wrong, they didn't start poorly. Wolves have started all right. But I thought we started pretty brightly as well. And when we went 1-0 down, I still didn't massively fear the worst. I still felt like there were, that Goodmanson got in behind quite early on. I felt like it was a game, I expected us to sort of attack. And I feel like the message was miles better. Same lineup on it, BossNass as Fulham. But the message seemed clearer. The message seemed a bit more like we spoke before, don't we, mate? A bit more freedom needed. And I feel like that's all it really needs sometimes for Leeds United from going from being that, yeah, it's a decent performance without really penetrating to all of a sudden, I felt we could score at will. I know we didn't have tons of chances. I think, maybe half of what they had in total, BossNass. But I did feel like every time we went forward, we looked quite deadly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a case of the message was clearer. I think it might just be a case of practice makes perfect. Well, it's not perfect. Nothing really is in football, never will be. But it looks like the team's getting a bit more comfortable in its skin in what it's being asked to do. When they did score that goal, and look, it was a really good move. It was a really clean. It almost looked like it could have come off the training paddock, to be honest. Yeah. But when they scored, I'll be honest, boys. I was like, oh, fucking hell.
Really?
Yeah, it deflated me big time. Because the importance of the game, I hadn't had nerves really before a game this season, other than really the Arsenal game. But yeah, that really did make me think, oh, because I didn't really. To that point, we hadn't seen an open play goal. I'm not going to pretend that I expected what followed to actually follow. Like, I knew we was in the game, and I knew that we had a chance of doing something, whether it be 1 point or 3. But the way they kind of didn't lose their heads, they kept the chins up, and they just kept to what must have been a clear message. But also, I think it's a similar one-to-one they've been having throughout the season. I don't think we saw any major changes there. They just executed it better. And the confidence that those 3 goals will bring to this team is just massive. And do you know what? It's one of those where, I expect them to look more dangerous now, because I think they needed to prove it to themselves that they was capable of it. And it's a bit like when you're learning to swim or you're riding a bike and then you do it for the first time and then you can do it. So the confidence comes with that. And I think they just needed to get off the mark. Calvert-Lewin, I know there was a deflection on that ball, which did actually give it the perfect trajectory for what he actually did. But that finish wasn't a simple finish. Really good finish. As for the other 2. So yeah, super happy with it. Super duper happy with it.
It's hard not to be, mate. Like I say, Adam touched on the goals. For me, it was like a collection of the perfect goal scorers, really. When you look at DCL, you're wanting him to get off the mark. We're needing him to have a decent season. So him getting off the mark fairly early into his Leeds career, that's massive. And like I say, I think that header is probably up there as like a 40-yard screamer of a drive, in terms of a headed goal. I think it was such a decent headed goal, and probably gets a lot more limelight if the free kick don't go in from Stack, because I thought it was a fantastic header. But DCL to get off the mark, for Okafor he had a bit of a mixed game. I really enjoyed watching him and what he did, and being very brave, even though he lost the ball quite a lot in the first half. But him getting a goal, that's crucial for his confidence, because he's probably one of his most attacking threats, if not the main one, Adam. And then obviously to see Stack take a free kick and put it in top corner. For me, really, the 3 perfect goal scorers, or 3 perfect scenarios for Leeds United, going forward, really.
Yeah, I'm certainly agree. I think DCL's header, when he scored it, I think the group was alive with that actually it was class. That is a really, really good finish. And to the point of not a lot of people could do that finish, I think. As you say, it's like someone that regularly scores from 25 yards. That's DCL's bread and butter, because it's really good. It's much better than a lot of people can do. Stack assistant goal. The goal, obviously, I mean, it's funny, like people trying to pick holes in things. Oh yeah, the goalkeeping game that side. The wall wasn't set up very well. And whilst I agree with some of those elements, he still put it top corner. And I don't know how many goalkeepers saved that, if any. Probably none. It's a great, pinpoint. And then the ball from Stack to Okafor was perfect. And people even said Okafor's fallen finish. I've heard it called scuffed. It's his left foot. It's his weaker foot. Again, it's fairly pinpoint. Like it's bottom corner. The keeper, and it's a really, really good finish. Perfect run, perfectly timed, smartly kept himself on side, stack. All this stuff is so simple, but it's simple if you do it well. And that's what lots of people don't realize. There's so many chances in games like this, these moments that happen, and then they come to nothing. We don't see these goals. But that's why, and then you see them, you go, oh, that was easy. No, because you see so much of it go wrong when you realize when it does go well, it's a good thing. Like, obviously, it's a better than good thing. It's a thing that doesn't happen all the time. Stack's ball was perfect. Aaronson early on had a chance to cross it, and he didn't cross the ball. I think he beat someone and then looked up and he went backwards. That's Harrison's sort of forte. That's what he does a lot. He goes backwards, tries to keep the ball. And I think and then Fark had a go, which is good to see. He said, just cross the ball. What are you doing? Just get it in the box. So yeah, overall it was a really good performance. And even saying Wolves are bottom and Wolves haven't won a game. Yeah, you go there and draw, and loads of people will be saying, yes, I have. I can't lie. I did last week though. What was I saying? Wolves are bottom, yeah. But if they'd have gone in a draw, and lots of people say, "Oh, it's fine. It's away from home. It's a draw. We've done all right." Now we've won. Other people are picking holes in it. People pick holes in everything. You go away from in the Premier League, win 3-1. You're doing really well. That's a top result.
Yeah, like I say, any points away from home, Adam, are scarce for teams, bottom of the league, so towards the bottom end of the league. So a win and 3 goals is class. When it comes to the starting lineup this week, obviously we're not going to go into Bournemouth yet till a bit later, but Aaronson, I think, deserves to stay in that team, lads. And I've seen mixed reports on Aaronson, and I think you said it as well, AG. You weren't too sure on him in that game. I think I do give him a little bit of stick now and again, but I'll hold my hands up and say I thought in the ground as well, because I get a different view. I thought in the ground it was one of his better attacking performances. I felt like he did better than I would normally say he does, lads.
Can I sound on that? Because I've BossNass, obviously, but just quickly on that, the Aaronson thing. What I said was he still was probably our lowest level performer, but everyone, that sounds like a negative, but everyone was very, very good. And actually, he probably played further above expectation than anyone else. That's right, the thing. Okay. So actually, it was a very good performance. I think he played very well. He still did some Aaronson things. And I think sometimes him just mentality. If I've seen him cross more, I've seen him try and beat a man more, those sorts of elements. Great. I think he's just a bit defensive minded. I think he's a bit safe. He's obviously got lots of great traits to his game. But yeah, I wouldn't take him out. We've not really fit wingers to come in anyway at the moment. So yeah, absolutely. BossNass,
that's fair.
Yeah, I think I said it in one of my videos. It's like the effort is there. So with the effort, he's not picking himself. Like as a footballer, the guy has a ceiling, but he's not picking himself. So the coach is obviously the manager even has seen something in there which he thinks benefits the team to the point where if he pulls him out for somebody else, obviously the other side of that is he thinks it'll negatively impact the team. So, and it's one of those where it's like, I am one of those, and it is a bit basic, but when you're in the position that Leeds are as a newly promoted club, do you want to change your winning team? Like, I'm not sure. I think when you've got the luxury of having like a more filled out squad, which Leeds don't have the luxury of at the minute, I think then you can look at it and go, all right, well, this guy needs some minutes, this guy needs some minutes, and there isn't really any drop off, or it gives something else, or it's a different style, or it's a different profile of player against a different fullback. I don't think we're there yet in terms of the nuance of the game. I think what we are is a team that's come up, has now built a bit of confidence, proved that we can, well, against 17, 18 teams in the league, be pretty stout in defence. And now we've just proved to ourselves that we can score some goals. I'm not sure that you want to change that moving into a home game against Bournemouth. I especially don't think the manager will want to do that. So if I see Aaronson on the team sheet tomorrow, don't faze me. Let's just see a similar level of attacking intent when we do have the ball, and that's me happy.
Yeah. I think intent is the right word, isn't it? I think intent from Aaronson to not get it, look up. The thing is, I've gone on about this quite a lot. In 4-3-3, you want your wingers to beat the man. That's a lot of the chances you're going to get. That's a lot of space you're going to get. And Aaronson's just not going to do that. He doesn't really fit it. But what we have got as a team is we are compact. We're really aggressive in that press once people come onto us. It's not a high press to say. And I think that Aaronson suits that quite well, and we know what we are now. We've found out what we are. I think we'll find out a little bit more every game, like you say, and things click into gear. And Aaronson isn't going to be the be all and end all. And he fits really well into what we're trying to do, as in the solid element. And actually, I think Okafor is so attacking, and he tries so much stuff. And I'm a bit worried actually if Falk's trying to talk him out of that as much. I mean, there's some simplicity to that. When you got your back to goal and the fullback's right up, just keep the ball, hold the man, look around, lay it off somewhere, fine. Don't mind that. I'm a bit worried he's trying to talk him out of it as much, because I think Okafor as an outlet allows you, and he's so attacking, he's got so much intent to try and beat a man so regularly, which is gold dust. Then you can almost afford that other side player to actually not be, and also Bogle I think goes forward so well as well. So you can afford. I say afford's not. We're not in a position. It's luxury to go. Oh, we can afford that. That's really what I mean. But I think within the team and the team dynamic, Aaronson does have a part to play.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. It was funny to see in the presser yesterday Daniel Farke's comments on Okafor. We've spoke before that we definitely don't like. I mean, they asked him, about losing the ball, and obviously he doesn't like losing the ball, as obviously, which is obvious. But in terms of, you need to allow some creative freedom to some players up there, and it's usually those players that do lose the ball. And I think it was one of his tackles on him what led to their goal. He lost possession at halfway line and went down and scored. But he definitely will be trying to iron out some of those mistakes on Okafor's side. But I thought he was great. I thought Okafor looked great. When really direct, looks like he could beat a player. The one major chance he had is put away, and the confidence he's going to take from that BossNass is huge in it going into Bournemouth.
Yeah. I'll give both sides of the coin. I absolutely hate that Farke said that. I hate that he said that.
Me too, mate.
Because you brought a player in Noah Okafor, like, you think to yourself, well, they must know what kind of player this guy is, and that's what he does. Like, he squares up his man. He's direct. He'll try and go past him. Like, Gabby Goodmanson will know. Like, even the short time that they've been playing, that he'll know that that's what's going to happen, and he needs to be ready to kind of be there in case he does lose the ball. But if he's winning 6 out of 10 efforts going forward, you can't be discouraged by that. You've got to encourage that. You've got to encourage that, because you've got to remember he's still bedding into English football. Like, he's only been here a matter of weeks, and he's already scored a goal, and he's taking on his many. He's going to lose the ball. It's just a side product of being an attacking player. So, the idea that we're going to iron this or iron no, I hate that.
I didn't
know
like
what it is as well. Do you know what it is as well? Right, scores his goal. Yeah, goes up to Leeds. Goes up to like the Leeds end, and he does this. Class, we need that. We need more of that. Like, class. You need some players in this team that like have that amount of self-confidence, ego. Like, you need some egomaniacs in a team, because you like. All the best players, well, not all the best, but a lot of the best players in the world are exactly made of the same stuff. They want that limelight. They want to do something. They want to create something. They want to score goals. They want to be the main man in the team. We don't have a lot of those players in this team. Go let Okafor do his thing. Let Okafor be Okafor. Please. I'm begging you.
I think if he had an forward role after he scored, he probably would have been on the sub bench next game, I reckon. If you look at Ramazani, Farke doesn't like players celebrating goals, does he? Didn't say that very well. But Okafor's crucial. Like, if you're playing 4-3-3, it can be an attacking, it can be defensive. It's quite vertical. We're not trying to play it vertical, so we're playing it quite defensively. So you need these outlet players. You need that. You need him to beat a man. You got to have people in your team that can beat a man. You've got to. Where Okafor was really unlucky in this game, I think, was the fact he was getting to right centre back all game. So when it came into him, he had the right centre back, 6'2", whatever he is, quick, strong guy. He's a good defender. Right up against him every time he got the ball with his back to goal. Whereas usually that might be a slightly smaller right back, for example, might be as aggressive, but you might have to hold him off a little bit easier. So, because I've seen people go, "Oh, he's not as strong as I thought." Well, if you're a winger, you're not, and you're trying to beat someone. You're not a set base, are you? You're trying to be light on your feet. So you can't be strong and light on your feet all at once. It just doesn't make any sense. So you've got to give him some allowance to everything. I think there's an element. All I wanted Fark to do is add some context. Saying in our half, facing our goal, I'd like him to be a little bit more. Actually, I want to keep the ball, but like pressures isn't blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But actually, if he's in their half, facing anyone up, go at him every single time. And I hope that's the context he adds to Okafor at a later date. I don't mind if the ball comes into Okafor. I don't really want him trying to flip it around one side and run around the other, especially with that guy, because he took about 10 minutes to run around the guy who's so big, the centre back. So I think there's obviously, I say, some context to it, but hopefully Fark's added that context, because I don't like him coming out in the press and just saying it blanketly, trying to take it out of his game.
No, I don't. I really don't like it. Do you know what it is as well? Like, we spent the bulk of our money, I keep saying this, on the midfield and the defence, right? You've got to put some belief in those guys that, look, if we do lose the ball, that these guys can recover and get the ball back. Do you know? Like, for me, it's like I want to see Okafor being that guy who's trying to spring the offside trap against high lines. Like, do you know what I mean? I want him making those runs so we can pop on over the top if we nick the ball. Yep. You know, do you know what I mean? Because, like, in the Premier League especially, you need those game breaking type of players where all of a sudden you're out of possession, you get possession back, it's a quick pass, who squares it, and it's a goal. You see it loads and loads of times. You'll see it this weekend on Match of the Day. It will happen. So especially if teams come to Elland Road and want to play a high line, for me, I'd love to see him try to do that and making some runs in behind.
Be interesting to see tomorrow what Okafor we get, lads, with obviously Farker saying that hopefully similar to what he were at Wolves, eager to get the ball, and he will get us Elland Road up on his feet. I'm sure of it tomorrow. That's what I'm looking forward to. If Okafor doesn't do what Farker wants here with Johnny Ramazani on loan, says David Gray. This year's loving. I love it every time you pop up, mate. Absolutely love it. Right, just so everyone knows, this is a proper action-packed Late Night Leeds. This one, we've got more bits and bobs in this than we have done all season. So make sure you stick around. We've got quite a bit about Mr Whitesnake as well, with his poem later on in the show as well. So make sure you stick around till the end of Mr Whitesnake. Make sure you stay here. So next one, it is going to have a name changes, isn't it, BossNass? But final boss bulletin. Here we go. Come on, Mr.
Hi, people. This was supposed to be like a news segment, but you know what Leeds YouTube is like, right? It's plentiful, it's everywhere, it's every day, right? There's nothing that I can tell you on a Friday that you won't have heard earlier in the week. There just didn't, right? Unless I'm making it up and nobody wants to hear that. So it's going to be a bit of a random one. Like, I'm just going to do entertaining bits for the folks at home this week, right? Let me just get it up first.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
You should be nervous.
I should be nervous, especially if I'm going to.
Where's my notes? Right, so basically, people, I was thinking yesterday, I was like, what am I going to do for this show, man? What am I going to do? And nothing was coming, right? And then I thought to myself, I'm going to ask ChatGPT for a quiz, and it did a Leeds quiz, right? I've done it from year 2000 to today, right? And it came up, and it was like, I was like, that's just a 10 out of 10 quiz. They're going to get every single one. So I said, make it harder, and it made it a bit harder. Right, and then it said, "Do you want me to make this quiz very difficult?" And I was like, "Make it difficult." And then, which made me chuckle my boobs off, it says, "Do you want me to make an LUFC nightmare quiz?" And I was like, "Perfect, do that." Right. So,
oh god,
that's what we're doing. We're gonna, but listen, I'm gonna give the boys the option on this one, right, and play along in the chat as well.
Yeah, do. We're not looking at it. I'm not anyway.
What we're going to do is I'm going to put it to the boys. They can either go head to head and I will mark them out of 10, or they can do it egghead style and do it as a duo, right? And see how they can get on together. I reckon they're going to do the second one, but we'll pass over to the lads and we'll find out.
Adam, up to you, mate.
Well, I think, how do we do it individually?
Well, I don't know.
It's going to have to be very quick because the chat will know more than us. We're going to have to be very quick.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat.
I haven't got a choice, mate.
Yeah, you're going to have to do it as a duo. I haven't thought this one through. You can't do it individually, can you? So, yeah, basically, you're a duo. Right, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Well, why don't we do it against each other and see who shouts out first?
All right, yeah.
Shout it quicker than shout.
All right, yeah, go on.
All right,
cool.
then. Oh, is that what you want to do? Right.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
We'll see what shouts
Parkour.
first.
Parkour.
Right. Cause the audio might get mixed up. Right. What I don't want people shouting. It's first to raise your hand, and I'll get the answer.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Number one of the Chat GPT LUFC Nightmare Quiz, as the app named it. Right. Who was Leeds United's record signing between 2001 and 2017 before the arrival of Rodrigo?
Luke Murphy.
No.
You cancelled there. You need to put your hand on my.
You didn't put his hand up. You see that, BossNass?
20 million quid. Go on.
Over to you, Adam.
Well, the thing is, I was going to say Rio, but I think I might be late now.
2001, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Crap.
That was 2000. So you're both on 0-0. The answer is
Steph
Robbie
Johnson.
Fowler.
Oh,
Robbie Fowler, 11 million from Liverpool in 2001.
Did Super Leeds get it? It's easy. You can't just write easy. Did they write the answer?
I don't know why. I thought you said 2011. I wasn't listening right.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
No. Right, boys. Number two, listen up.
Come on, then.
In the 2007-2008 League One playoff final defeat to Doncaster, who was the Leeds manager? Go on, Mai.
Kevin Blackwell.
No, over to you. All the time in the world here, Adam.
What year?
2007-2008 League One playoff final defeat to Doncaster.
Oh God, what I don't know. I don't know. I
Is it
guess
this
I
one?
don't want to get this
Is it that
wrong.
one, BossNass?
Have a pop.
Is that right? It's on the screen now.
Gary Mack.
Gary Mack. Don't pull it up at Matty until he's had a go.
I
Right,
love it.
still 0-0. Number three.
I could guess Grayson, but I knew I'd be wrong, so I didn't bother.
Number three. When
Go on.
Leeds knocked Manchester United out of the FA Cup at Old Trafford, it's not what you think it is, boys. In 2010, who provided the assist for Jermaine Bettford's winning goal? Matty,
Johnny Housen.
good lad, 1-0.
Come on. Come on. You're just a soft southern bastard. Soft southern
I'm in
bastard.
the wrong way, mate.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, you're pointing the right way now. You're pointing the wrong way now. You're pointing BossNass. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
different. I don't know. Whatever.
Brid's more northern on the map than Leeds is, so there you go. Right. Who scored Leeds' only goal across both legs of the 2006 Championship playoff semi-final against Preston North End?
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Go on, Matty.
Becky or
No, mate. All the time in the world. Don't pull it up on the screen, Matty.
2006. Are we playing?
Yeah. We played Preston North End in the playoff semi-final.
shit, too early.
I have no memory of this at all.
This is why it's a nightmare quiz.
It's a nightmare quiz.
It's a nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
I bet one of
Paul
them two are
Butler.
right in chat.
No, mate. It was David Healy.
Oh, dear.
Oh, fuck's sake.
We had a guess of Hulse. We had a guess of Lewis. Eddie Lewis, remember him?
Eddie Lewis.
Jack DPT says it was David Healy. So, right. Number 5. Which goalkeeper saved a penalty from Cesc Fabregas in a 2011 FA Cup tie against Arsenal at the Emirates?
Oh, my word.
2011.
He was probably at this.
I don't think I was. That'd been really helpful.
Me.
My
This is. I think I'm wrong. Kasper Schmeichel.
good lad, 2-0.
Get in. Get in.
I can't remember.
I didn't think I'd get that one. I thought, yeah, get in.
Do you know what it is, right? The message on ChatGPT did the weirdest things. It came up with Casper Ankergen, and then it said, and then it put a red cross by it, and it said, "I have got this wrong." It was Kasper Schmeichel. So that was a funny moment by ChatGPT. So people can fact check that one. But it is all ChatGPT. Look, anyway.
I don't
So
remember
don't come
any.
for me.
Is this all individual game things? It's unfair.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay, Carol.
Who wore the number 7 shirt for Leeds during the 2012-13 season?
Say that again, please.
Who wore the number 7 shirt for Leeds during the 2012-13 season?
Oh,
I can't. The thing is, I don't know.
Go
Hang
on,
on.
Matty.
Snodgrass.
No. Go on, Adam. I'm rooting for you, Adam. Go on, mate.
Gradle.
No.
Wrong
Ross
era.
McCormack, apparently.
Who?
Ross McCormack, apparently.
Ah, yeah, I think he did, mate. I think he had it for one season.
Oh, I think he did too. Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah.
then 44, wasn't it?
God, fuck it.
2012-13 season. So, look, boys, again, you can search it. You can search it on Google. It was that one season, yeah. Number 7. Against which club did Calvin Phillips score his first senior Leeds United goal in 2016? Go on, Adam.
Norwich.
No, mate.
Oh God.
Which side did he score against?
Who did he score against? First senior Leeds
Oh.
goal in 2016.
Preston.
Was not, mate. It was Nottingham Forest.
Was it? No memory of that at all.
Right, boys. When Marcelo Bielsa famously ordered Leeds to allow Aston Villa to score an uncontested goal in 2019, which Villa player put the ball in the back of the net?
Fucking hell.
Go on, mate.
Gee.
Adoma?
How have you done that? How have you got
What's going
on.
on here?
Come on.
Genuinely, how have you got that?
Because I've watched that series about 1 million times. I'm sick and I love heartache at the end of it.
Right, that's either 3 or 4. That's either 3 or 4 nil. I can't
Because
remember.
Pontus tried tackling him, didn't he? And then never played again.
I think that's 3 or 4 nil, but I can't. I don't know.
It's 3. It's close.
3-0.
Right, here we go. Who scored Leeds United's first home Premier League goal after promotion of 2020?
Can we have a game?
We are doing a game, Adam.
Oh yes. Well, can we have a game that's scored in?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Home game.
Yeah. Do you want the team who was playing?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. I might be going. Yeah. Well, if I can hand up for him still.
If we're gonna be real,
What
Adam,
it-
you're not gonna get it anyway,
What it
mate.
the game against? What it West Brom or something like that?
No, Fulham. Right. First
Fulham.
goal, league goal after promotion.
From cutting from right side, Helder Costa.
It was a penalty from Mateus Click.
Oh, I think Costa scored that.
No
game,
memory of that. No memory of that at all.
Right, last question, lads. Number 10. During the 22-23 relegation season, Leeds' final Premier League goal was scored against Tottenham Hotspur on the last day. Who got it?
That's when we played every centre back we had, and some more.
And I will also... Oh, I don't know whether to add that. I will do, because it'll make it easier for Adam.
Thank you.
And this player is currently in the current squad.
Oh,
Go on, Adam.
fuck off. That's not what was gonna happen
In the
there.
current
Harrison.
Yes, well done. 3-1.
3-1.
Who
3-1.
Who two?
0-2.
3-1 to Matty.
Oh, I was just asking.
3-1 to Matty. So,
yeah,
that's been your nightmare quiz, lads.
And that what a fucking nightmare. BossNass, well done on that, mate. I really enjoyed that. That all good. Maybe a little head-to-head quiz every week should be a little addition because that was good.
The thing is, if you give me eras, I can't remember anything. I don't know when anything was. I don't know when anyone died. I don't know when anything was. It's not fair. I have no memory.
Excuses, really, mate. Just sounds like excuses.
I mean, it's excuses, yeah, because just don't know anything. I would have come with general knowledge quiz next week.
Class. That was really good, that mate. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Anybody in the chat, and be honest about it. Listen, people, be honest about it without using your phones. Anybody in the chat get over 3?
That was tough. That.
It wasn't.
I don't think they did. No.
No. Is anyone still watching rubbish quizzes?
85 people watching, 44 likes. Please stick some more
Rubbish.
likes on, please. I would love that. Yeah, I do like it because I won. That was a really tough one. But I really like that. I really like that. Yeah, Eggers style. Good. Yeah, cheers, man. Right then, moving on. So,
do you know what, Kershaw? That's a shout. That's a shout. Could you imagine if we brought 2 people on to take you to one?
That'd be class, wouldn't it?
I'm not good, am I?
Oh,
Just for the quiz.
That'd be class.
Yeah, let's do it. Late Night Leeds quiz night.
Please stick a like on. Don't forget as well in the description below to check out BossNass's channel. Right, so a bit of a new segment. This Let's see how this one goes, because this one a bit of a mad one. This right. So my little boy Theo, he's got his little section now for every Late Night Leeds or whenever he wants to do it. But here we go. Theo's thoughts. Here we go. I asked him on the way to the barbers to summarise the week and give me his thoughts of the previous game heading into this game. And this is what my boy Theo had to say. Fucking hell. Theo's thoughts on the week. So Leeds beat Wolves last week, didn't they?
Yes.
What were the score?
3-1.
What about that free kick? Do you want to talk me through it? Remember who scored it?
Anton Stack.
And what did you think?
It was a really good goal.
Was it a banger?
A banger. And I just love it because it had such a good beam right into the net.
Right into the top corner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Top bins, as you kids say. What about the header? DCL?
Oh, that one was a great one.
Great header. He's going to be a top player for us.
Yeah.
Maybe you can be that good one day. Maybe. This week, we're playing Bournemouth at Elland Road. Unfortunately, I could only get one ticket. I'm going to try and get you to a game very, very soon, because I know you're itching to go with me. But Bournemouth, what do you think the score will be? Bournemouth are 4th, Leeds are 11th. So Bournemouth are a good team, but we're at Elland Road, Theo. We're at Elland Road. Anything's possible. Please give me some hope, son. Come on.
I have to say it might be 2-1. I mean, 0-0.
0-0.
Yeah, because we are a good team and that's a good team as well.
Exactly. 0-0 would be a good result.
Yeah.
Show everyone how long your hair on your arm is. You're like a wolf. You're like Team Wolf. It's not normal, this. It's not normal. Lastly, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on Daniel Farker?
Not me.
Don't be mean about him, because I know what you're going to say. What's your thoughts on Daniel Farker?
I want him to get sacked.
Why? Why?
Listen to his reasons.
You can tell he's my son why.
This is his own reasons, lads.
Why? Come on, give everybody an answer.
Because he made the go out of Leeds.
He starts crying. Look at him.
What's his name?
Ramazani.
And is Ramazani your favourite player?
Yeah.
Look how upset he is, Daniel. Look how upset he is. 6-year-old and he's almost into tears because Ramazani's gone.
He's actually crying.
Oh, you actually are crying. And what do we say? What do we say?
I love you. Please.
Bless him. I didn't know what to do with myself when he did that. He started crying at the end of it because Ramazani's gone.
That's enough, Matty. That's enough for me. Get him out. Get
him out. Honestly,
Yeah,
I did not expect him to say I want him sacked. And then when he mentioned Ramazani, I'm like, oh my God, he is my boy. But yeah, absolutely class. Honestly, absolutely class. Kids say the funniest things. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to keep it as it is and keep it in there. But yeah, like Mr Whitesnake said, loving it. Nice to see the kids involved. Yeah, well, there's 3 kids up here tonight, but I thought I'd had a 4th for tonight. But yeah. Man, honestly, he's just soft shite like me. Oh, it's class, isn't it? Did you feel bad after? A little bit, Paul, yeah, but he did tell me to stick it in. I said, shall I crop it? And he went, no, okay, leave it in, Dad. So, yeah. Anyways, that's enough of that waffle. We'll move on to bigger talking points. The kid does have passion. He does, Stuart. Anyways, there's 75 watching. Please smash a like. There's 53 likes. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe if you're new. Bournemouth tomorrow, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'm getting picked up by Priestley at 12. Getting down there a little bit earlier. Have a pint or 2. Meet the Leeds Bros. Never get used to saying Leeds Bros. Only Leeds Bros. Anyway, whatever they are, meeting one of the brothers. One of them's there, Darren. But yeah, great game ahead, I'm sure. Is it a game we can win, boys? I really want to get your thoughts on, is it a winnable game? Is it a free hit? How do you feel about I don't think it is. I've heard people say it. I'll be honest with you, lads. Let me just get this out here, right? You know I'm like when we lose games. I will still be okay if we have 2 good performances but don't get any points because of the win last week. I would be okay going into the international break with 7 points in 7. I won't. It ain't ideal, but I can be okay as long as the performances are all right, because these are tough games, boys. But I do feel off the back of the Wolves game, we can get something in both. So how do you feel about them? Go on, Adam.
I feel like it'd almost be bonus points in a way. But what I think, so the Spurs game, for example, I think Spurs got more good players than Bournemouth have. Bournemouth as a team, Areola has set them up. They're better than the sum of their parts. So, and that gives you a chance in a way, because you're managing to focus on what they do and go, okay, how do we counter that? How do we work against them? Like, so Bournemouth are, I think they're sort of fourth in the table, 10 points, 3 clean sheets out of 5 games. They are a brilliant high pressing side. They're brilliant. They've got the most high turnovers in the league this season. They love it. It's a bit Red Bull-esque in terms of, but much, much better because Areola, who's a brilliant manager. Their possession's less than 50% a game. They like to play direct. So again, a little bit Red Bull in that. And they've got Semenyo. If you can keep him quiet, that goes a long way to stopping them because as an attacker, he's so much better. Evanilson, Brooks, they're all very good players. Tavernier is decent. But I think if you keep Semenyo quiet, you're onto something. So Fark this week should be tailoring what we do slightly to play against Bournemouth. Watch Newcastle just sat back against them, low block the whole game and tried to play on the break. They didn't really break. They didn't really do it much. They didn't get forward very much. But they nullified Bournemouth completely by playing a low block. Their back, basically, all they meant really was their back line was very deep, and Bournemouth didn't give them much space playing behind because that's what they want. They want to get Semenyo running. They want to get him running in behind or running at you. So they want to get him in the space. So if you can counter him and keep so they don't get much space, then you can make it work for yourselves. And you can get out of them. There's ways to get out. Both their centre-backs, because we've got new back 5, all very good players, don't be wrong. Both their centre-backs are about 6 foot. So I think, so if you don't want to play around the back and you want to go a bit more direct, that can be on the floor, it can be in the air, obviously. I think if we go in the air, there's a chance we can get out to Cavalier and he'll win a lot of headers against their centre-backs. So there is a way of countering them, which I think doesn't mean, and that means us changing what we do slightly for me.
Yeah, I agree, mate. BossNass?
Yeah, for me, it's about expectations. It's about raising the standard at this football club. Do you know what I mean? I expect us to get something out of the game tomorrow. 100%. I'll be disappointed if we don't get something out of the game tomorrow off the back of what we did last week. I think Bournemouth, I'm not saying people glaze them. No, I am. I'm saying people glaze. Look, they've got a half decent team, which is like Adam said, it's the manager propels them above what they should be able to do. But I look at the season up to this point, and at Elland Road, we just don't look like conceding. So I think we limit them to a few chances. Like Adam says, Semenyo is a good player. You know, they can bring Clive out off the bench, which I expect them to do. Truffaut at the back is good. Senesai at the back is good. We know about Tyler Adams. He will make tackles in that midfield, and we've got to rely on the likes of Longstaff to do more of it than he is. But do I expect Bournemouth to come over and roll Leeds over tomorrow? No, not at all. Do I expect us to have more shots on target than Bournemouth? Absolutely, I do. I'll be disappointed if we don't.
Wow.
So yeah, I think it's a lot of the time. Because you hear it all the time. It comes at you, doesn't it? It comes at you all the time through different pundits, through media on YouTube, and it's Bournemouth are good. Bournemouth are really good. The manager's really good. Bournemouth are really good. But then I have to go away from that and think and look at it myself and make an independent evaluation on it. And what I've seen this season is that Bournemouth, especially over the last few seasons, Bournemouth away from home concede goals. Go look it up. They concede goals. Leeds United up to this point at Elland Road, take it even back to last season, defensively, it's probably the best and strongest structural part to our game. So I think we limit their chances, and I think we nick it 1-0. And I don't think that's outrageous to say at all.
No, it's not outrageous at all, and that'd be class. That to keep those clean sheets mounted up at Elland Road, mate, and to get even a point, I'd be buzzing with. To keep that, I've spoke loads. We all would love a fortress at Elland Road, BossNass, and this is a game that I don't fear, but I definitely know they are a decent side. Whether, like you say, they're getting overglazed, that's potentially right. Like you say, the manager does definitely propel that side 100%. I think he's top draw manager. Yeah. I did a video earlier on his press conference, and he was talking about he just goes into such fine detail that I don't think every manager will look at. I don't know if you've seen it, but the kickoffs, they have a set play for every kickoff, and it's different for every game, and it's all about being aggressive from moment one. So they'll try different tactics to maybe get the ball long and win a throw in within first 5 seconds to immediately put the pressure on you. And that's proper small details that I think only the best of the best when it comes to managers sort of look at. You know, we aren't too sure about set pieces like as corners, which is a major part of your game, and they're, you know, identifying a kickoff as
Yeah,
a
it's like
chance to
Newcastle.
potentially score.
Newcastle now, they're literally kicking the ball out from the kickoff, literally just to play for possession, because it immediately sets them up to set up their high press up the pitch. So it's like it sets the tone. They try and set the tone for the rest of the game. But like, yeah, I just think to myself, like, yes, they have those little 1% things going on, but they're stabilised under Iraola. All we can do is we should have a plan. We know what we're doing when the ball is in a certain area of the pitch. Our players will know what their job is. So follow it through. You know, there is that old adage of just want it more than them. Again, it's one of those things where you have got to want to win the games. You got to put everything into it. But if we do that, and listen, I don't want to see us putting too much respect onto Bournemouth tomorrow. Don't stand off them because they can pass. If you stand off this team because you think, oh, they're too good at passing, well, they'll demonstrate it to you if you do that. You've got to get in the faces. You've got to win a few ugly tackles. Let them know they're in a game early on. And I think Leeds can win this game. And I'm not just saying that to play to the crowd. I genuinely think Leeds can win this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll play the same mid-block press thing we do. There is a risk to that in terms of, I mean, Bournemouth try and get in behind us because the defence is a little bit higher, but I don't think we give that much space for that. And Bournemouth, Areola's like he's a Bielsa disciple, isn't he? In terms of not necessarily his football, but obviously worked under him, but in terms of the detail and a little bit of mayhem he likes in the football. He likes the basketball match. He likes end to end, and he likes. And they pick a lot of runners in their side. They've got a really athletic team. As you say, Adams sort of perfect for them. Adams is a brilliant destroyer. He's a brilliant DM at destroying. He's crap on the ball, but he's a brilliant destroyer, and that's what he's there for. Scott in there, running up down. Tavernier, he's moved into the 10, who's not exactly the most flamboyant, the most gifted player, but again, he gets around the pitch and he'll do all the pressy elements that he wants him to do. Bournemouth will have all sorts of triggers in terms of what we do. They'll be looking for what we do to trigger. So it's a bit like playing poker. You play your hand and you play their hand. So you know what their hand is because you know what they're trying to look for. So then you don't do it, or you do it in the right moment. Areola is brilliant as well, changing the game throughout and changing tacticals and tweaks, etc. But I think we should know exactly what to expect from them. And I think we should be coached, we should be training for that all week and what we need to do to nullify them. And I say what they're looking for, make sure we don't do it. It's quite, and obviously you do certain things you have to do during a match. You might ping a ball long. They're looking for us to play the ball around the back. That's what they love. They want us to play short goal kicks. We shouldn't play one short goal kick tomorrow. They want you to do that. They want to just pin you back, man for man, get right on top of you. Great. So just play long, get it up to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think that's such a simple thing because I say they want to pin us back. They want us to play around the back. They've got short centre backs. Get it up to him. Like, actually, it all works together nicely. Get Okafor playing closer to him. Play more direct. And I think that's where we can get a lot of joy against.
We have seen that a lot this season already, though, haven't we? We've seen it at Wolves as well. We have seen, there's been the odd game where we've played, obviously, Arsenal, the one that stands out, playing out from the back and we've been caught out. But I think since Darlow's come back in, I don't know if it's more of a Darlow sort of tactic or if it's just a Farker sort of learning the way of the Premier League and at times having to go long, because I think we've seen Leeds go long more in these opening 5 games this season than they have done for seasons after. We didn't need to, fair enough, we haven't needed to in the past, but I do think it's something we're seeing quite a lot now, and that were quite evident at Wolves. And Calvert-Lewin, the amount of times he's dropping in, he's chesting it, and down to a player. And Calvert-Lewin's touch, bringing the ball out of the air is very good, very good. Whether it's a flick on with his head, whether it's chesting it down or getting ball to feet, I think it's such a decent attribute of this side now that we can do that. And I think you're right. I think if we try and play out front back against Bournemouth, they will press us. They are an energetic side. They have good players. So I hope that's a tactic we go for at times tomorrow. But I am hoping we go with that same sort of attacking intent that you're on about, BossNass. Why can't we have more shots on Bournemouth? We're at home. The impetus should be on us to keep the ball and make things happen. And I do hope that's what we see tomorrow. I hope. I mean, the side I assume is going to be unchanged. Hopefully Bogle makes it. Bogle's a massive factor in this.
Fine.
It sounds good after the press, doesn't it? It sounds really good. And I tell you what, just to sort of touch on our side in general, we know how good Bogle is. He's arguably in our top 3 best players, I would suggest, in terms of what he's done for over a season. I think he's class. But it's so good to see someone equally as good on that left-hand side, I think Gabby Goodmanson, there's been a lot of plaudits for Stack, even DCL's getting him now. I think come end of the season, we'll all be talking about one man mainly. I think it'll be Gabby Goodmanson. I rate him that highly. I think, I wouldn't say he's gone under the radar. He's been the people's man at match a few games, but I'd say Stack sort of stole the plaudits at Everton, gets a free kick at, but I think Goodmanson's been good back at that own goal, but he's been at a maybe 7.58 out of 10 every game for me, Goodmanson. Arsenal were a bit of an outlier, but they all had a poor game on there. But the other 4 games, what a player to have. We've seen it, at certain seasons where you've got Firpo having a bit of a patch or a boat. With this, it feels like they're both so deadly and so equally as good on both sides, lads. And that's massive in a home game. If you've got Bogle and Goodmanson flying down both sides, that's tough for any side. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I don't want to see tomorrow is we can't allow them to have any amount of time on the edge of our box. I do feel like Iriola does play a shoot on sight kind of system, whereas if anywhere 20 yards or closer to goal, it's kind of like shoot on sight, and we don't want to really allow that. So no time on the edge of our box. And also, my thing for me tomorrow is I think Ampadu and Longstaff are too. I think if we win it, it's because they've really got stuck into that midfield battle. You've got to earn the right to play tomorrow, because Bournemouth do that. As much as they are technically gifted, they'll scrap and they'll graft.
Yeah.
So we've got to remember, we've got to go there knowing that just because we're at home and we've got that 12th man doesn't change the fact that we're going to have to be physical. We're going to have to let them know that we're not going to be rolled over. And I think that comes from stepping on a few toes when the refs, obviously not in a bad way where VAR is going to get involved, but use those dark arts. If you get a little tug on your shirt, go down, win that free kick.
We're doing that more now, aren't we? We're doing that more.
Yeah, we are, Matty, and it's good, and it's needed in the Premier League. That's why all the top clubs do it. If you see one of your players blowing, and in a bad situation defensively, if you get that opportunity to win a foul, even if it's not really a foul, do it. Just give take all those little 1% things tomorrow, and I think if we do that, we can win it.
Yeah,
I agree. Do you have a look at your team, Adam? Yeah, well said.
Yeah, by all means. Very boring.
Very boring. Let's have a look at your team.
Oh, what a surprise. It's the same team. I honestly, we talked about Aaronson earlier. He played well. If James was back fit, I would be starting James in this one. I think Bournemouth are going to try and get forward quickly. And I think actually our counter to that is us getting forward quickly as well. And it can come quite end to end, a little bit stretched potentially at times as well. And that's where James comes into his own, much more of a threat. We need Aaronson to have some attacking threat tomorrow, or it could cost us, I'd say. And I spoke about Okafor, but this sort of game, I think it could become quite open, because if we don't want to pass back around the back and they don't want to pass it around the back, what are you left with? You're left going quickly both ways. And they say in that moment, you're almost trying to play for territory a little bit. And with that, I think, all your 3 attackers need to have attacking output. So Aaronson's got to have the right intent to get forward, cross the ball, find try-through balls, beat a man, all those sorts of elements. And I think he can do it. I think he just chooses not to. He chooses the safe option all so regularly. But other than that, I don't think I toy with the idea of getting Snacker in, just to that a little bit more control in midfield. But then I can't think of any decent reason to drop any of those 3 at all. Obviously Ampadu, obviously Stack. Then comes to Longstaff, and Longstaff is a machine in there, and I think he's needed. Talk about those dark arts, managing the referee. That's Longstaff. You see him talking all the time to the referee, having a go at him, winding the opposition. He's talking all the time, I think, and to our own players. I think it's really important in there. So as BossNass said, I think that midfield 3 is really, really crucial, trying to win that battle. And it starts with a running battle, it starts with a physical battle when it comes down to football at some stage in there as well. But running is really important. It's what they do. They run a lot. That's where they've got a lot of athletes in there. So yeah, we've got to match them, and if we can beat them on that, It's then how we get forward, how we score. And say Semenyo, I think I'll go to Bournemouth. Oh, sorry. Do you want to talk anyone about this team? Nothing to say, really, is there?
Not to say about that one for me, mate. Nope.
No. And then see, talk about, I saw in the chat. I think Semenyo he lines up on the right. I think Brooks. Yeah, Brooks. I think they sort of simplify his game. They have him on the left to cross the ball almost now, rather than the right. I think Semenyo will line up on the right. I think he drifts around a lot, obviously, and he'll join Evan Nilsson a lot. Tavernier's in there, I'd say, as a 10, but he's a bit more of a destroyer. He's a bit of an Aaronson Championship 10, actually. Adams will sit. Adams is really good destroyer, as I say. Scott will get around the pitch. And the back five, he's all new. But and I say one bonus for me, I think, looking at them, although they're defending quite well against Newcastle, got some giants. Actually, they're quite a small side. I think they've got very, very few players over 6 foot or much over 2, 3, 4 maximum. We've got the height advantage, a huge height advantage on them. So corners, getting the ball, playing territory, getting those long throws, getting corners. I think we really, really, really need to utilise this in this game.
Yeah, I will also say I think Petrovic is on fraud watch.
Oh, I like Petrovic.
Not a fan.
I like him.
No, I'm not. A couple of goals I've seen him concede. He's on fraud watch for me. I think you can get at this keeper.
Ooh, controversial. With Leeds, I've been obviously been worried about the lack of goals, and I've been worried about going behind and whether we can come back, whether we've got the players to sort of dig his way out of that hole. It would be nice to see at Wolves we could do that. I really look forward to the games where we can go a goal or 2 up. Hopefully they aren't too far around the corner. Hopefully this is one of them, because I think we've got that mental steel, that toughness now, and that caliber of player where if we are a goal up, I'd fancy us to see it out. At Wolves, they would have, towards back end of the game, you're soaking up pressure, aren't you? Whether it's a tactic or just the game state, they naturally come onto you when they're chasing the game. And I think if we go a goal up early, or maybe get a second, I do feel this season, depending on the quality of the opposition, I get that, but I do feel like we've got a decent side to see results out, which is massive. People like Longstaff, he's a massive. I know you're massive fans, Perry, Longstaff, and him in that middle keeps ticking over. That caliber of player in our side now, I think he's in there for the long haul over a Tanaka for moments like that, for when the game's in the balance or we won up, someone who can shut a game out and sort of that game management. Farker, the core players in that starting lineup, you're starting to see that in them now. I think in their personality and in their roles, that they're strong enough to hold the ball in a difficult situation, crowded by people, and make the right decision. And I think seeing games out, I don't think this side's going to struggle with that, boys. I don't know if that's something. I feel that's something we've added to us Arsenal a little bit. I know last season we did, but with the caliber of size we were playing, that's probably going to happen because we have the best side. I aren't too concerned if it's a close game or if we are 1 up in us being difficult to beat or difficult to score against, and seeing games out that maybe in yesteryears in the Premier League we'd end up losing or drawing. Have you got anything to say on that?
I think you're right in what you say, but for me, I can't take my eyes off this team. If you take Semenyo and Evan Nilsson, who's a pretty hot and cold player, you either get him on a good day or a bad day. You take those two out of this side. Who in the chat is telling me that's a scary lineup?
100%, absolutely. Wait until you see the Spurs lineup. That'd be scary. That'll be full of quality football. This isn't it. This is not that at all. 100%. You can look at this side and go, okay, say you put an average manager in there, you go, I think Leeds side on paper, I think we match up beat them. Like, honestly, I think they've got some good players, but there's nothing scary attacking wise. There's nothing. Tavernier is a 10. I say he's an Aaronson Championship 10. He's in there to defend. He's in there for the high press element. He's in there to win the ball back, second balls.
I know it's only 5 games in, boys, but this is a side that have lost most of the defence and the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
and they've replaced him, and they're currently sat 4th.
Yeah,
that's not bad going.
No, absolutely.
No, it is. But it's just I like when I look at that team. I take Evan Nilsson and Semenyo out, and I want to see where these lot finish the season, because I don't expect them. I expect them to regress this season in the league table. Looking at that,
really.
How many years have these lot been in the Premier League? Quite a few now.
Well, 6, 7, 8, maybe more.
If I'm a Bournemouth fan, and we're 8 years into Premier League money and transfer windows, and I'm putting that team, I'm asking questions.
How many of them
Genuinely.
make our side? Who would you have out of that side over any of our players? I'm interested to know.
I'd say Semenyo. I'd swap Metcher for Evan Nielsen. He's straight away.
But it'd be on our bench behind DCL still, Evan Nielsen, yeah?
Probably not. Senasai, I take.
Yeah.
I mean, David Brooks. We're talking about David Brooks. David Brooks, man. Like, this manager needs to get some flowers, seriously. Majorly.
You can give him some on Monday.
This is the Bielsa, Harrison, Costa wasn't playing much. Click was a very good player, but mainly very good Premier. But Bamford scoring 17 goals. It's the Bielsa Leeds team in lots of ways. Like much better than some of its parts. Much more so. I'm
telling you, right? I'm really confident that if you switch Areola and the Arsenal manager, I forget his name now. Arteta. Yeah, you switch Areola and Arteta, and Arsenal win the league.
Yeah. Do you know the only problem with that is Areola makes them run a lot, and all these elite players don't want to play that. They play their own little way, and it's all about them, isn't it? I don't think they'd be willing to play the Areola way. Same as Bielsa. If you went to Man City, they'd be going, "What's this? I can't do this." I think these elite sort of snobby players. 100% he's a better manager. 100% he is. He's a brilliant manager.
All I'm saying is, if Areola can elevate that team to where they have been recently, give him a top club and he would fly. It's basically a comment on that team on paper. And I know football's not played on paper, but I'm just looking at tomorrow's game, people, and I'm looking at that game and I'm going, we match up all right against this team. There's no reason for any Leeds fan going into tomorrow's game to think we can't get a result out of it. A win is totally on the menu tomorrow, boys, and I want to be feasting on it.
And there's no devilish detail in what Areola does. You go, I don't know how to counter. I don't know what we all know. Fark should know exactly what he's looking for from us and what we should be looking for from him. So it should all come together to go, actually, we can make this a battle. If we get the running right, we play the right way against them, we can make this the right battle for us. We can make it the right game for us. I think that's really important.
Robbo just made an excellent point. Who on this earth is telling me that Tyler Adams is a better footballer than Ethan Ampadu? Who's genuinely? That's.
I'm not, but I think Adams is a brilliant destroyer. I think you'll never see anyone go past him. He's a brilliant defensive midfielder. He's crap on the ball. That's why he'll never get any further. But defensive midfielder is fantastic, and they can afford that for a long round.
As an all-round footballer,
I don't. There's a couple of traits he has that I think he's exceptional at.
Hey, and listen, I'm usually the guy that lives on the pessimistic side of life. Do you know what I mean?
You've got me confident now, BossNass. You got me confident. Right. Before we move on, score predictions. Go on, BossNass. You start us off.
1-0 Leeds. I genuinely think we'll be holding on at the end, and it'll be one of those where it's like 5 minutes extra time, and it feels like half an hour. But I think we keep a clean sheet. I think we beat them.
A proud 1-0.
Yeah.
Class. AG.
2-1 Leeds.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 mate.
But we cannot afford. If they score first, it causes us all sort of problems.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight one, isn't it? I think we all agree it's going to be a tight one. Hopefully we come out the right side of it. But yeah, you've got me a bit more confident there because you two know ball a lot more than I do. So if you're saying these things, then yeah, maybe it'll be maybe 4-0 Leeds. Let's hope so. But yeah, right. Moving on to a lot of people's favourite segment of the show, boys, which I'm sure you'll agree it goes down really well. Mr. Whitesnake writes.
Mr. Whitesnake writes poetry from New Zealand.
Has it been a year already that you've been in YouTube town? Reached some mighty highs and the lows when Leeds are down. Is there room for another Leeds channel? Was your calling card? Roam the YouTube streets at night. It can't really be that hard. Maddie, you've done more than stream. You built a place where hearts can meet. A home of joy for grief for dreams, where love for Leeds is sweet. So here's to you, what you've achieved, satisfying supporters' needs. We cannot picture life without. Imagine not being Leeds. Congratulations, Matty. 1 year, well done. 3,000 plus subscribers, you lucky bastard. Enjoy your time. Enjoy it. You've deserved it. Good on you, mate. Love you. Take care. God bless. And there's many more of these to come. I'm sure of that. Have a good night. That was all right, eh?
Yeah.
Good. I like it. He deserves it anyway. All right. That's enough. Where's the off button?
Mr Whitesnake writes poetry from New Zealand.
Honestly, what an absolute legend you are, mate. We absolutely love your bits on this channel. And it goes beyond this channel, doesn't it, boys? So, Mr. Whitesnake, I hope you're still in chat, because if you're not, it's not quite the same this otherwise. So, I come up with a ridiculously optimistic idea, then I boys put it in group chat, and everybody's sort of flying with it in the Imagine Not Being Leeds group chat. I think it's safe to say, boys, isn't it? Everybody loves Steve, Mr. Whitesnake, and we've all got like a bit. Oh, it's still here. Look, we've got a bit of a ridiculous idea that we've sort of come up with. So I feel nervous doing this, boys. This is the ridiculous idea, and it may take a long time, but we want to get Mr. Whitesnake and Mrs. Whitesnake over to Elland Road for a game. Anyone who doesn't know Mr. Whitesnake's story, born in Armley, moved to Australia when he was 5, then moved on to New Zealand, and he's never been to a Leeds United game. He's a huge, huge fan, as you know, massive fan of everybody who does the YouTube scene. He's such a good guy, and we would absolutely love. It's going to take a while, I think. I hope it's achievable. There's a QR code there. I think it's already got over £100 in the kitty. And yeah, my aim is I'm going to give it 12 months. I'm going to chip in when I've got some spare money. I'm going to do raffles. I'm going to do all sorts on channel. The boys in the Imagine Not Being Leeds group chat, you all know who you are. We'll all be on board. Sean Heal's in chat. You two are here now, and we're going to do our best to make this happen. And yeah, hopefully we'll get the word out there. Who knows it? Maybe Leeds United will jump on board and help us out with that. But yeah, a quid or two to make their dream come true. Could you imagine how immense that would be to be able to meet Mr. Whitesnake, boys, at Elland Road?
You know, mate, it'd be class. Absolutely class. But one thing you'll be able to do, right, is vlog, get Mr. Whitesnake, Stevie to vlog the journey and that, and then the pre-match, and then after the game, celebrating the win, because inside the stadium going to be a problem.
What's that? Inside the stadium's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Can't vlog it anymore, can you?
Yeah, no, you can't anymore. No, the news is shite and you can't. But
Is that's a known thing? But oh yeah, sorry, Whitesnake, brilliant. Raise money, great guy, great poems. Get him over here, fantastic.
Hold on before we go on to the whole vlogging stuff. I wanted to just quickly read the GoFundMe bit, and then we'll move on. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
I've got a long segment here. I just wanted to read it. Right. Help Steve and Karen, Mr. and Mrs. Whitesnake, see Leeds United at Elland Road. Steve and Karen, known to many as Mr. and Mrs. Whitesnake, are two incredible Leeds fans living all the way out in New Zealand. Steve was born in Armley, Leeds, before moving to Australia at age 5. Despite living on the other side of the world, his heart has always stayed true to Leeds United. Eventually, Steve built a wonderful life in New Zealand with his soulmate Karen, the love of his life. Together, they've not stopped supporting Leeds from afar. If you know Steve, you'll know what an amazing man he is. He's not just a passionate fan, he's also a kind friend, always lifting others up. He regularly sends messages of encouragement to Leeds content creators and fellow supporters online, always spreading positivity, family values, honesty and love, and loads of humour too. But behind that smile, Steve faces tough mental and physical battles most days. Finances mean that travelling back to Elland Road has never really been possible for him and Karen. Yet after a lifetime of loyalty, we believe they deserve this once-in-a-lifetime chance. The dream is simple but powerful: to fly Steve and Karen across the world to watch their beloved Leeds United play at Elland Road, their first and maybe only live match at the ground they've loved from afar for decades. This is what Leeds United is all about: marching on together and living by side before self. Let's come together as one Leeds family and make this dream a reality for two of the most deserving fans you could ever meet. Anything you can give, big or small, will help bring this dream to life. Let's get Mr. and Mrs. Whitesnake home to Elland Road. So that's what's on there. The GoFundMe link is in the description. I'm going to try not to waffle on too much about it every stream, but it's going to be there. I've got sort of like a time frame. Let's see where we are in 12 months, see if it's possible. If not, then I'll just get loads of merch sent to him with whatever gets raised. So, yes. Right.
Let's get it
Adam,
done.
Yeah, let's get it going. Let's give it a good crack. Yeah, I hope you're still in, Mr. Whitesnake. He's probably just fallen off his chair, to be fair. But yeah, that's the aim anyway. So any help we can get, we're going to have loads of little ideas to try and get money together. So... Yes. Right, Adam, go on. What were you saying? You forgot already.
Oh, the vlog thing, is that official? That's been announced, has it? You can't people can't any longer film games or anything within the stadium, is it? Like even yourself?
No, apparently it's just a game, so you are allowed to vlog as long as it's just of your face, which nobody wants to see that. Well, me in particular, not you. But yeah, apparently you're no longer allowed to vlog Premier League football. So yeah, when I've been doing vlogs and getting the goals and stuff, or now and again, if I don't get the goals, I get called a dickhead, as you well know. But when I do get the goals, apparently you're not allowed to do that anymore.
This is such a big business thing when they get so up their own arses about what they own and what they can do with it. You don't own football, you twats. They're our football clubs. You can't say what we can film, what we can do in there. It's bollocks. It's live sport. I understand if it's a show that's been put on and it repeats. Live sport is a one-off thing. This isn't how it works. We can all pay to watch, watch it at home, whatever. If you pay to be in your seat, you can do whatever you want. You should be able to film whatever you want and catch whatever moments you want. And then you should be able to share them as you see fit. And this big business that should have no ownership over that. And I'm amazed. I'm not amazed, sadly, but they've got the gall to try and do this, actually.
It's mad, isn't it? It's a fan view of the game. Fan view.
It's all just like money in it. Because essentially what they're doing is they're going, this is our product. We pay all this money to put this product on, and then you're taking the best assets of this product for free and broadcasting them for your own benefit. So what, man? Just leave it be. It's not even a 1% thing to you. Really isn't. Really doesn't touch the side. So it just winds me up.
It's live sport. Live sport's live. Once it's not live, it's not live. If someone's sitting there live streaming the game on their phone, I'd sort of understand it a little bit. Doing a vlog where you have about 1 minute of football that features throughout the whole 5, 10, 12, 15, 20-minute vlog. It's just bollocks. It's absolute bollocks.
It is. All that money Sky getting, they're worried about.
It's nonsense,
though.
People
like
who
me.
are they even do this? Why? Who said they can own the game? Who said these people can take? It's one thing people owning clubs and then doing what the fuck they want with them, and all these official rules in place that mean nothing most times to big clubs. Whether we've got the money, that's what matters. It's like, why do you own the grass? Why do you own the football? Why do you own? You say broadcast rights? What a load of nonsense.
Yeah, no, it's awful, man. Thing is with my vlogs as well, I always feel, I was saying to Steve, earlier today on a voice note, that I do feel when I'm doing my vlogs, I think of Steve. I actually think of Mr Whitesnake out in New Zealand, because he's someone that's actually directly messaged me and says he loves the vlogs for the reason of he gets the atmosphere. He says him and Karen, it's the closest they feel they'll ever get to being there. Whereas the goals, the highlights you can watch, a million times on YouTube, the proper angles, crystal clear quality. My footage I'm getting is not crystal clear quality. It's fan footage. Why is it such a problem? It's a totally different feel of the same moment, a totally different outlook. It's my outlook. You don't own my outlook. Like it's so annoying that
it's like basically it's like sharing the human experience of it, isn't it? Like showing like the raw emotion and the fan experience and the human experience and what it is and what the atmosphere created is of Leeds fans, and for big corporations to take enjoyment like that away from people like Stevie around the world, it's just poor form from them.
Yeah, it is. It's all about the money in it. Fans pay them. I'm paying 50 quid to go and watch a game. Why aren't I allowed to post a goal I've got on social media?
Mate, but I get it. If it's a West End show or whatever and you film it, I understand that. It's repeated. It's time after time. I completely get it. It's an art. It's live sport. Live sport's live. Like there's nothing. There's no value in this. The repeats and everything. The value is in the sport. It's live. You're using that footage after it's live. I just don't get.
It's not free PR as well for them. Is it not free PR? You know what I mean? It's like free exposure. Look what's happened here Elland Road, you know.
You know
Yeah,
what it
the,
is?
It's not straws a
product,
bit.
isn't it?
They have got so much like bigger fish to fry at the minute when it comes to people broadcasting their products and this. I'm telling you, like,
Oh yeah,
they'll be
yeah,
concentrating on this. You've got bigger problems, trust me.
yeah.
Thanks,
People
Michelle,
misusing their
thank you.
VPNs, for example, buying the subscription for the Canadian TV that has every football match on, and people using VPNs for that. You know, like things like that. Yeah, 100%.
Things like that, people.
Things
Things
like
like that.
Just an
People like
example. Just an example.
Yeah, thanks, Michelle, for super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Whitesnake, Rusty Tin Can took his vlog into the toilet and missed a goal. Now that's sharing too much. Yeah, that is sharing too much.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
It doesn't surprise you at all with Eddie. Yeah.
Great guy.
Eddie's head's usually in the toilet, isn't it, Eddie? And he's on here and he won't mind me saying it. But yeah, I love the guy. Right. So earlier, this was a bit of fun as well, before we got on to the final bit, which is chat. So I asked our members earlier, sorry, some of the members, if you watch, and I haven't got you all in here, I took down some anyway, and said, so there's 2 announcements getting done tomorrow, boys. We'll get into what you think they may be, but 2 announcements. We've been told to get in the stadium 15 minutes earlier than normal, be sat down for 3:15. There's going to be 2 announcements, and I'm quite excited to see what they are, to be fair. I've had no idea. So I asked the boys in the chat to give me some examples of what they do not want to hear at 2:45 tomorrow. Give me the worst of the worst. What would you absolutely be the last thing on God's earth do you want to hear tomorrow? So Robbo said the last thing he wants to hear tomorrow is that Farke and Aaronson have both agreed new 3-year deals. So I think we can all agree we'd be gutted with that, right? Sean Ely. Brendan Aaronson is pregnant and Farke's the dad. Now that would be wild, but not as wild as giving him a 3-year contract, right? Martin Wilson. Brendan Aaronson will be behind the bar in the Peacock, serving shots after the game. Everyone will go home sober because he's never made a good one yet.
Whoa.
He's here all week. This is mine. This is not as good as some other ones. Leeds tear up Gabby Goodmanson's contract as Lawrence de Bock has just landed back at Leeds and Bradford Airport. And Jesse Marsh to start to play a star role in the remake of Independence Day. That's actually not bad, that is it? Mike, this was my favourite, Mike. I hope I don't hear this because this would be frowned upon. Despite the song, Willie Nonto actually has a micro penis. Belting that, innit? Well done, Mike. And also, the men's toilets now have a feature wall featuring Darko Milanic, Jesse Marsh, and Dave Hockaday, so you can piss on the one you hate the most. Priestley said, we're announcing a new statue to celebrate the South Americans that have played for us over the years, but it's going to be one of Roque Jr. The second one, and we're naming a new restaurant in the stadium after Melier, which is pointless because the waiters keep dropping the plates. And the last one by Duncan, Red Bull are taking over from the 49ers. Elland Road is going to be called Red Bull Stadium, and Elan Melier has signed a new long-term contract. That is a list there of everything we do not want to hear at 2:45 tomorrow afternoon. But Adam, what do you want to hear? Or shall I say, what do you expect to hear at 2:45?
I have no idea. I've literally no idea.
It's a mad one, isn't it? It's a mad one.
I think it'll be absolutely. I think you'll hear it in the stadium. You're like, oh, okay. I mean, I can nearly guarantee that, in fact, because anything big is announced online, isn't it? So they're holding something back for something. Maybe banter comes on and has a wave or something. I don't know. It's got to be something worth doing in person, surely. So it's got to be something to look at, something physical.
Statues, I think. Statues.
Yeah, but what? How would a statue? They're going to wheel it out to the middle of the centre circle and then wheel it off where it's going to go. Like,
I could see an announcement of a Wilco statue with maybe Wilco coming onto the pitch. That's a possibility.
He's a person. Yeah, you're right. He's physical.
That's a possibility.
I like that. Yeah,
it's going to be something to do with stadium upgrade, isn't it? It's going to be something to do with stadium upgrade and maybe a statue. I can't think outside that, boys.
It's absolutely bamboozled me. Genuinely, I think that's probably the best shout. Is that Wilco walks out and they announce that they're doing a statue? I think that'd
go down well, wouldn't it, BossNass? That'd go down really well.
Oh yeah.
Really, really.
But well. I don't want people there. Are they doing something at half time as well?
I haven't seen that. No.
Yeah, they're doing two. They're doing one at half time.
Fair enough.
That's
So
why
it's
it's
two
announcements, mate.
announcements.
You said it yourself.
Yeah, I thought we were back to back at 2:45, though. I didn't realise it was one before
two
game and one at half time.
seconds. Okay.
I just thought they were doing them both before game. But yeah, it'll be
No,
stadium
no.
news, and I think it'll be. I don't think a start date for I don't think that's big enough.
No,
to mention,
I mean,
really,
imagine
is it?
that. The builder
We
comes out
start.
and signs the contract.
Imagine though, we start at 9 a.m. on the 16th of. No, but that's not worth doing, is it? A guy with a builder out and his glasses, his gloves, and his Ivy's jacket comes on.
No,
Cuts
it's
a
got to be
ribbon.
something. It's like if you're making people sit down, it's something visual, surely.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. It's got to be something. So it ain't got to be physical, visual. It's got to be.
It's got to be.
And
And-
it can't be anything that big. Otherwise, I do it online. So
And they're prepared to lose a couple of quid from everyone having that extra pint before kick-off or at half-time. So it must be some of some substance for him to actually go, don't go for a pint and spend your money behind bar, because we've got something really exciting to tell you at half-time. So, yeah, it's going to be
I think it's somebody from Red Bull parachuting in, like into the stadium.
I hope so. I like stuff like that. Michelle, again, another £5 super chat. Thanks a lot, love. You're a star. There's 107 people watching now, which is brilliant. Please smash a like. Please subscribe. And obviously, check out Mr. BossNass's channel, BossNass
check
on
him
Leeds.
out.
Oh, mate, I tell you, I
Come
got.
on.
So I started when I did last week. Started on 110, right, and I have hit the dizzy heights, mate. My head is getting massive. I have hit the dizzy heights of 118. It might even be 119, right?
Come on.
So my non-league channel, my Bridtown non-league channel, is at 120. If I get 2 more subscribers, it's officially my biggest YouTube channel.
Mate, it's the funniest YouTube channel I think I've ever seen. That last video of yours was class. I actually cannot wait to see what you and Priestley do after, hopefully, a stunning win against Bournemouth. But yeah, you've got, honestly, 107 people. You've got to go check out BossNass's channel. It's Adam. It's wacky, isn't it? It's out there. You would not think this is the same guy. Would you, Adam? We've had many discussions, and BossNass likes how he's got somewhere he can have, his words, a civilized chat about football, and then somewhere where he can just. How would you word it, BossNass?
Me and Priestley, it's just like what I'd say. It's like Comedy Central meets South Park meets Leeds United.
Yeah, it's cracking. But please, you've really got to go check his channel out. It's really good. But anyways, let's get into the final section, which is right. Richard Woodthorpe. So we do not have a set piece coach. We have people's job description altered to include set piece coach. Yeah, what did you make of that impressor? He got asked about. He mentioned that we had a specialist, but then kind of made out we haven't got a set piece coach. They promoted a couple of people within, and they all just sort of have a crack at it. What did you make of that? I would a little
Yeah,
bit
it does my head in that.
I didn't really get it, BossNass.
Anybody who works in the business world knows that sometimes people's roles get expanded and rewritten. And what it usually ends up with is 2 jobs not done as well as they should be doing. So look, for me, your Premier League, you've got Premier League money. Don't just give somebody else more work to actually go out and find the best set piece coach available and pay the money.
Yeah. Adam, I'll add to that.
Well, some clubs think it worthy of a full-time role. Fark doesn't. Whether a club does or not is another thing altogether. But Fark clearly doesn't. Fark says his assistant mainly does it. But if it's a full-time role, it means you're coaching it, and you're also coming up with ploys, game plans, ideas, concepts around defending them and attacking. Full-time, that's your whole job. And I think it's such an important part of football now, including long throws as well, including any wide free kicks, obviously corners, that it warrants it. And Fark said something about giving up control at one stage, and I think that there's lots. Fark does loads of telling little comments, doesn't he? I don't know the idea of focus on set piece coach every time there's a corner. Why not? Why not? What's your issue? What you do is you go, don't you fucking get up. You sit down there, and then we'll concentrate on the corner. Why the set piece coach hasn't got to get up? So I think I think it's just a little bit in here, a little bit like when Harry Gray got a song and then Fark demanded his own song because a 16-year-old lad had a song and Fark went, I don't have a song, that's not very nice. And then they sung it for one game only, and it went away, which is good.
No, do you know what it is, right? I'll say this, right? And this might be unpopular. The guy's got an ego, whether people want to admit it, acknowledge it, right? The guy's got an ego. It's his Leeds United party. He's the centerpiece, right? And that's not a dig, right? You see the same with Pep Guardiola. He has to be. If a player scored an hat-trick, who do you see stood next to that player coming off the pitch with their arm around him, taking all the attention? It's Pep Guardiola. You know, a lot of managers do it, but our manager does the same thing. You know, he wants to be the centre of attention. He's that kid at a kid's party when he was a young lad that wouldn't let the attention be on the person whose birthday it was. He'd be in the background doing something crazy to get the attention.
I'm going to shit in the bouncy car.
Yeah, so look, I want to say again, it's not a bad thing. I think all good managers do have an ego, but he does like to be the centre of attention, and that's why he went on that rant about the Arsenal set piece coach. You know, the cameras focusing in on him every time Arsenal have got a set piece. Well, rightly so. Look at the job the guy's done, and we could do with somebody else doing a similarly good job at Leeds.
This is no slight on Fark. You say Pep does it. Pep goes on, and if the player's on camera, he'll talk to him, instruct him on the pitch at the end of the game. He wants it to be about him. It's no slight. It's only becomes a slight, and only people. All right, Philip, chill out, mate. It's only becomes a slight when he loses games, and then people see it. It's like I was win or lose, we will speak exactly the same way. We're not necessarily criticised, we're just pointing out what we see. And that's
to be fair, mate, he is just pointing out the fact that it's not true that he's ever shit inside a bouncy castle. So,
sorry, Philip. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
That has never happened.
That was an invented
Allegedly.
scenario. I'm reliving my own childhood. I apologise.
As well, if someone thinks someone's got a bit of an ego, that ain't even a bad thing. Like you say, that is not a bad thing. All the best footballers in the world have a bit of an ego.
I was literally just saying like 20, 30 minutes ago with the Okafor doing this. We need more of that. So it's not a dig. You want your staff, and you almost want a little bit of delusional confidence, because that actually takes you quite a long way when it comes to professional
rub
sport.
off on players as well, can't it? That it can rub off on players.
It gives them confidence. Absolutely, 100%.
I agree. Dilip, bit of a mad one. Do you think Harrison will score this season? I thought I'd put it in there because actually I was like, I don't really care, and then I'm like, will he get enough chances to score a goal? Do you think he'll get decent minutes this season, Harrison? We've obviously been probably second choice on that left-hand side only.
Yeah, I think Okafor's out for a stretch this season, definitely at some point. The evidence shows us that.
And the way Farker usually picks his side, I wouldn't be surprised, would you, BossNass, if he picked Harrison as a starter instead of an Onto potentially on left? Won't surprise me.
100, yeah. Well, it's just, who knows, really. I think Farker does like that one kind of attacking option and then the one kind of more defensive winger just for balance. But he might even play Harrison off the left and Nonto off the right.
Could you ever see a world he started Harrison on left and Aaronson on right? Or do you think if he's going to pick one of them, you could never do that, could you really?
No.
Even City away.
It shouldn't really happen at any stage in the game. It's happened quite a few times already. But
they brought them both on, didn't they, at the same time? I think against Everton when we were 0-0 and we won game, didn't we?
Yeah.
Set them both on at the same time, which felt wild at the time.
Well, as you said, it works, it's fine. It doesn't work, it's not fine, isn't it? I think it's still not fine either way, to be honest. But anyway, Harrison will get 20, 30 minutes nearly every game, and he'll probably score one goal this season, I'd imagine.
I agree. Yeah, I could see
he'll get one.
He'll bag one more, I would imagine. So this is a matchup I'm sort of looking forward to seeing. I know they're both a little bit deeper, but let's be fair, these two are going to find each other tomorrow, boys. These are going to find each other at some point in Middle Park. I'd love to get your opinion. Adam Padu's better than Adams, I think you said it earlier. Yeah. Who do you think wins a 50-50 between these two boys? Amps all day long.
It just ends up with both of them being injured, doesn't it?
Honestly, I said to the lad at work today, Ampadu gets a lot of contact injuries. I could easily see him, especially he's that sort of player. It's at Elland Road, the adrenaline will be high. He'll know there's that bit of bite with Adams. There'll be a lot of boos. I could see them two going for the ball and it not ending well potentially for both of them. They're just those kind of players, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, It's one of them. If you see if Adams is going in from it and he's got both feet off the ground, just dangle a leg out and get him sent off. Be clever about it. I don't know. I don't know. I think they will. I think there will be yellows tomorrow. Definitely.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It'll be high octane. There's be lots of running around, lots of 50-50s. I think exactly that. It's not going to be trying to keep the ball at your feet. It's going to be trying to get the ball forward. So the ball's going to be out there a lot of time. There's going to be lots of duels. Definitely. But you
can't get a man. You can't get a man sent off in this game because Bournemouth's best friend is space because they're just so good at passing. So you just got to be disciplined in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right then, boys. I think that's about it. I think that is about it. Is there anything you want to touch on? BossNass, do you want to let us know what's coming up next week on your channel?
So flowers and showers will be...
Love it.
Flowers and shower will be getting done on Sunday night, I think. And then it'll get released either Monday or Tuesday night. So, yep, that'll be that. And then I'm actually doing a new thing starting next week. So, but I'm just going to kind of let it happen and see how it does. But yeah, that's it.
If you subscribe and watch his Flowers and Showers, it actually shows as a benefit when a Leeds player plays bad, which nobody wants. But the silver lining is they talk about it on Flowers and Showers. And we haven't had a shower yet, have we, BossNass? We've only done one. And
No, because
everyone got flowers.
It's only 1 week old, mate. So we literally cleared out Interflora last week. And yeah, just giving out flowers everywhere. Anton Stack was the Marks and Spencer's bouquet baller of the week. So that's breaking news.
Wow.
Bouquet baller of the week. I am Eddie. Yeah, bouquet baller of the week. But yeah, hopefully there won't be too many showers. But I'd like to see what happens when there's one shower. So we'll see.
I've got this animation where literal poo rolls down the screen.
Now, if you don't want to go subscribe to that, I mean, what are you thinking, you mad people?
What are you watching?
80 people here. I mean, you just watched us for an hour and 30 minutes just talk shit. So you must love it by now. But yeah,
just go for Priestley. Go for Priestley. Just Priestley's the main event of the. He's the main attraction. Adam Priestley.
Yeah, my pal. I'll see you tomorrow. Pick him up at 12 is Priestley. I'll see him tomorrow. But yeah, great show. Love the show. Love you boys. Thank you so much for everyone who's commented, liked, subscribed. Please stick a like on the video on the way out. Please check BossNass out. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.